It's a long time since I've seen a room as bad as this one. Got everything going on this, and I mean everything. So, cracks running through the wall, paint peeling off the walls, another crack running right the way through, up through there. That's where I've started to drill through. This wall, all the paint came off, little traces of it, the white up there, all that peeled off. Another crack running up through there. Stains on the walls which need to be treated. A varnish door that needs going white. On this side of the room are clouds which have got a serious texture, and they're not going to cover. They need to come off. And this side of the wall, shelves that have been put up and they've all collapsed. Glue was put on the back of the bracket, which has took off the paint down to the plaster, and again paint peeling. Old walls that have been re-skimmed. So when this shelf bracket loosened, it's took all the new plaster off the old plaster. This one that was re-skimmed, the cracks are coming through the wall because they weren't treated on the original old plaster, the cracks that were in the plaster. Down here, skirting board which was plastered over. I've cleaned it off. You can see how much of a gap there was, so the plaster's still sitting there. And then this side, a loose skirting board which I'll need to fix back. Yeah, a lot going on this. Cracks running up the side. Oh, and this little one. That's, yeah. Let's not take the skirting board off. Let's just go over. So I need to remove as much paint off this as possible and get this wall filled, secure that crack and get it lined, give it some even texture. This may come off. I'll keep going at it. Just look at how easy this peels off. As you can see, it's coming off quite easy. And I was curious as to what this is. I don't think it's a vinyl silk, it's too tough. This could be one of those 3-in-1 paints, smoothing walls, painting over cracks and stains, because running through here there's a hairline crack in the plaster. Remembering that this has been re-skimmed, and we can see where the old plaster is and a slight layer of new red plaster. So it's gone over the crack. So if I just peel this back a little bit more, you can just see the crack there behind the paint. So yeah, I'd say it's more of a paint over cracks. You can see the actual indentation of the crack in the paint behind. But if you're using that stuff, key the wall first, give it a light sand. It's obviously covered the crack, but it's not bonded to the wall. Yeah, I reckon that's what it is. Probably explain the stains over this side as well, where they've painted over. That's all the paint off. Another hairline crack just running along here, very faint. And look at that lot. Bizarre. With this skirting board, right there, just gonna wet it in behind. I've got a screw on my drill ready and foam shook up. I'll just put some in down here. Go all the way along with this. I'll just put that screw in there just to hold that. Where the shelves were, I've foamed, fill them holes, backfill them, and started taking the foam off along these hairline cracks. I just want to fill in, a bit of sand and fill, and I will be sanding all this wall before I paint. Well, that's okay, that's sorted that. The clouds, I've got my scraper, and if you notice how it's going to powder, that means that this will come off quite easy. It's more than likely a contract emulsion. So I'll see that there. I've already done this one a lot smoother. Easy. And that's as much of the paint removed off that wall. All tight again. All these have been foamed. So now I can go around and rake the cracks out. I can just go around, fill all this, and that'll be ready for lining. That wall's filled now. I've decided to just give this a coat of diluted PVA and give it a coat of white emulsion paint. I'll do the ceiling, coat this up, and then that way we might get away with not lining it. Get a coat of emulsion on it and then see if I need a hard stop going on. Just touch up any of the cracks there with a bit of more filler. That wall coated up now. Probably will need a hard stop, but no worries with that. Skirting board sorted. And on this side, knock the colour out. So that blue's not as harsh. So we'll get another coat on there. And we'll have a look when it's finished. that's that wall completely coated. That's looking fine. Wants another coat. Oh, this area where the shelves were, that's looking okay. Makes a bit of a hard stop, and there probably is just a little bit of an area that wants another fill. But again, it's getting a second coat. Stains which were on the wall, patches. Put some Zinser bin on those. So there's Zinser BIN there, bin primer, and some knotting, which that is for there. So already gone round, any bits of filler from when we were filling, used up. These areas will be getting the knotting, and then a coat of the Zinser bin. And before you do put that on, give it a wipe down with methylated spirits, especially around these areas. But that's alright, that's looking good now. Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely fine.